This story goes all the way back to like 3 years ago. (2015) April 20th, 2015. 3 years ago. Hey guys, it's Alicia. I wanted to make a video that was kind of explaining everything that's going on in my life. I know a lot of you may know bits and pieces, some of you may know everything that's going on, some of you may know nothing that's been going on, and I've kind of posted a few things here or there with not very much explanation. So I just wanted to make one video explaining everything so that any questions that you might have could be answered, and maybe in the future make some videos detailing the process that I'm going through to keep you guys updated. So yeah, so I'm just going to kind of start at the very beginning, and I'll just tell the whole story straight through. This story goes back 3 years. 3 years ago, while I was in college, I suffered a concussion, and I went to the hospital to get checked out, just make sure that I was okay, and they ended up doing a head CT to make sure that there was no internal bleeding in my brain. And I got a call a few weeks later saying that they had gotten the images back from the CT, and they had found some nodules on my thyroid that they thought that I should get checked out. I was still in college, and because I was still on my parents' health insurance, I had to go to doctors in Buffalo. So next time I went home, my mom and I set up an appointment with a guy. I don't know what kind of doctor he was, to be honest, so that he could look at the scans and kind of give us some advice on what the next step should be. And so we went, and he was not very helpful. He basically was like, the chances of it being cancer are so slim, and you don't want to get it removed, the thyroid removed anyways, so my advice is you should just do nothing. And we didn't know any better, so we did nothing. And honestly, I kind of forgot about it. Fast forward to the end of 2017, my mom had mentioned to me that she would feel a lot more comfortable if I went to my primary doctor and talked to her about it. So I went to the doctor, and we talked about it, and we were talking about possible side effects such as tiredness, lack of concentration, weight gain, stuff like that, all stuff that I had been experiencing. And so she decided, because I exhibited a lot of the symptoms of a problematic thyroid, that I should get an ultrasound of my thyroid so that she could kind of get a look at what was going on. And I also got some blood work to test all of the hormone levels in my thyroid. The blood work came back, I think, even before I went to get the ultrasound, and it all came back completely normal. She did like a full body workup on me, so not only were my thyroid levels healthy, but the rest of my body appeared to be really healthy and functioning normally. So we, at that point, were like, oh yes, this is probably really good news. So I went in for an ultrasound, and the doctor that read the ultrasound found quite a few nodules on my thyroid, a lot of which were over 1 centimeter, which is kind of the size that they start to get concerned with what might be going on. So that doctor called my doctor called me and said, hey, this is what's up, and we think that you should probably get a biopsy of the nodules, some of the nodules in your thyroid. So I set up a biopsy with the hospital. It's called a fine needle aspiration, which basically means they just stick some needles into my neck and grab some of the cells from the nodules that are in there so that they can test them to see if they may or may not be cancerous. There's 4 possible results of the test. Either it's not cancer, it is cancer, error, we don't know, or suspicious or abnormal. So fast forward to about 2 weeks later, I got the results back. My test came back suspicious, and the report that they sent to my surgeon was highly suspicious for papillary thyroid cancer. So my surgeon read the results. She had her people at Penn Medicine retest the sample to see if they could get a more clear reading, and she basically told me, with this prognosis, it's very rare that we go in and we don't find cancer. So basically, from what I understood from what she was saying, and from what my mom understood what she was saying, she to us it sounded like you pretty much have cancer. So I went and I told my closest friends and family and whatnot, like, hey, I have cancer. Then a few weeks later, she came back. She's like, we tested the stuff again. I'm giving you like a 50 to 75% chance that it's cancer. So with those results, I went ahead and I scheduled a surgery to have the left half of my thyroid removed, because that's where, from what they could tell, all of the nodules were. They were just going to take it out, and with that, all the nodules would be gone. And if they had cancer in them, that was supposed to be the end. My surgeon was pretty confident that because the nodules were very small and they seemed to be all located on the left side, that removing the left half would be fine. It would get all of the cancer out, and I would be good to go, no more cancer, and I wouldn't have to have any sort of treatment afterwards. And the reason for removing half of the thyroid is because your thyroid produces a lot of the hormones in your body. Most people that get just half of the thyroid removed don't have to go on any sort of hormone replacement medicine, because the other half of the thyroid will just kick in and start making the hormones that your body needs. So they were hoping, just get half of it out, get the cancer out, and everything's going to be fine. Fast forward to last Friday. I went in for surgery. The surgery was a success, but my doctor did notice that that there were a couple small nodules on the right side, but they were literally so tiny they couldn't even touch them, is what she said. There also appeared to be something that she was concerned could be a lymph node that looked like it was affected in some way, so she took that out with it and sent everything to the lab. So on Wednesday, I got a call from Dr. Thaler to let me know that the results from pathology had come back, and I do have papillary thyroid cancer, which is the most common type of thyroid cancer. With that, and the fact that one of my lymph nodes was infected, she decided that it was necessary for me to go on something called radioactive iodine treatment. What that is it's a radioactive iodine pill. Pretty self-explanatory. It's a pill that I take that will get rid of the rest of any remaining cancer that might be in my neck, or may have spread to my lymph nodes. But in order to do that treatment, I have to go back and get the other half of my thyroid removed, because the treatment attacks thyroid tissue, and so they have to take it all out before they can give me that treatment. So that's the story. I have thyroid cancer. I'm gonna be okay. They tell me that it's the best type of cancer to have because it's so non-aggressive, it's so slow moving, and it is very easy to take care of, manage. With these pills, I won't have to go in and get any sort of radiation or chemotherapy treatment, and it won't have a lot of the side effects of chemo or radiation. So that's really good. I'm gonna live. So the good news is that hopefully by the end of the summer, all of this will be over. My surgery is scheduled for May 4th, and I guess my purpose behind this video is, one, because it's just easier for me to tell everybody all at once what is going on, but also I'm really asking for your prayer, because I mean, the odds were against me in this one, if I'm being honest. The odds that I was going to have to do the radioactive iodine treatment were very low, and now I have to do it, which means I have to have the second surgery. So the odds have not been in my favor, so I'm just kind of asking that everyone pray. And to everybody who has been praying, crap, I'm gonna cry. To everybody who has been praying and supporting me through this, I want to thank you and tell you I truly, truly appreciate everything that you've done for me, all the prayers that have been set up on my... I'm gonna cry. That have been sent up on my behalf. They really mean the world to me. So, yeah. So, yeah, that is my story. I'm gonna edit this and upload it to YouTube and then share it throughout social media. And I'm thinking that maybe I will record a few more videos throughout the process of what's going on, just to keep everybody updated. This is honestly the best way I can think of to get information out to people on a mass scale. I have an appointment on Wednesday with my surgeon. These are steri strips covering my scar, which will be here. She's gonna take them off, check the wound, and we'll talk more about the future steps. I think she's gonna recommend a cancer doctor to me, who I will go through the process of the radioactive iodine with. And I might also talk to her about the possibility of finding a nutritionist who can help me along the way of this process, keeping my weight at a reasonable level, because I've also read online that people without a thyroid find it hard to lose weight or find themselves gaining more weight. I will maybe upload another video after my appointment on Wednesday to kind of give you guys an update. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you in advance for supporting me and praying for me. Thank you not in advance if you have already been doing that. But I love you guys, and I can't get over how supportive you've all been during this process. Because I will be putting these on YouTube, if you do want to stay updated, you can always subscribe to my channel where I'll post everything. I don't care whether you subscribe or not, more for your convenience than mine. I'm not trying to become YouTube famous or anything. Just whatever is best for you. How do you end? I haven't recorded a beginning yet because I don't know how to begin and I don't know how to end.